Did you hear about the proposed ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah?
Yes, I did. It seems like a good idea, but I'm not sure if it will actually work.
I agree. It's a long shot, but it's worth trying. I'm just hoping that this doesn't lead to a wider war in the region. What do you think about the possibility of a wider war?
It's a real possibility. The tensions in the region are very high, and any spark could ignite a wider conflict. It's a very dangerous situation.
I'm just hoping that the international community can come together to prevent that from happening. What do you think about the role of the international community in all of this?
I think the international community has a responsibility to do everything it can to prevent a wider war. They need to put pressure on all sides to come to the negotiating table and find a peaceful solution.
I agree. It's a very difficult situation, but I'm still hopeful that we can find a way to prevent a wider war. What do you think about the future of the region?
It's hard to say. The future of the region is very uncertain, but I'm hopeful that we can find a way to achieve peace and stability. It's going to take a lot of work, but it's worth fighting for.
I agree. It's a very delicate situation, but it's worth a try, right? What do you think about the U.S. pushing for it?
I think it's good that the U.S. is trying to be a mediator. They have a lot of influence in the region, and they can hopefully bring both sides to the table.
I'm curious about the role of Hezbollah in all of this. They're not going to be a signatory to the ceasefire, but the Lebanese government is expected to coordinate with them. Do you think that's a good strategy?
It's a tricky situation. Hezbollah is a powerful force in Lebanon, and they have a lot of influence on the government. It's important to keep them involved in the process, but it's also important to make sure that they don't derail the negotiations.
I'm also wondering about the long-term implications of this. If the ceasefire is successful, do you think it could lead to a more lasting peace in the region?
It's possible, but it's a long shot. There are so many deep-seated issues between Israel and Lebanon, and between Israel and the Palestinians. It's going to take a lot more than a 21-day ceasefire to resolve them.
You're right. It's a very complex situation. But I'm still hopeful that this could be a step in the right direction. What do you think about the U.S. trying to link this ceasefire to the situation in Gaza?
I think it's a good idea. The conflict in Gaza is closely linked to the conflict in Lebanon, and it's important to address both issues at the same time. It's a long shot, but it's worth trying.